we go. Boom. There we go. Another chunky eater. Kuda loves the taste of the fish. Hey, be careful, Cooper. You done got hooked in your ear, man. What are you doing? Nice fish. Look at that one, Cooper. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the video. Thank you for tuning in. Kicking this one off on idle. Headed out of the cove right now, about to rip off and go hit my first spot where I found them eating in my last video. If you haven't seen that video yet, go check it out. We probably don't have long before this lens starts fogging up, but I figured I'd go ahead and talk to you guys for a couple seconds before we ripped out and headed off to our first location of the day. I fished around here in the cove for a few minutes. No bites. They're blowing up everywhere, but they're not hitting an artificial over here. So I'm ripping off to a familiar area from yesterday afternoon where I did find them eating. We'll try to see if we can get on some fish. Go get after it, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope everybody out there watching right now is having a good one. Kicking this one off on the water, man. Sunrise. We're out here early o'clock today. Sun just came up. It's cold. It's about 50 degrees. We got a bunch of fog coming off the water. I think it's gonna be a good day, man. Let's go get after them. All right, we just ripped off to spot numero uno. Forgot my sunglasses at the house, so I'm waiting on wifey to get here to hook me up. I saw a monster over here yesterday, so I'm rolling back up. If you see my last video, hopefully if everything turned out all right, you guys saw I was catching like a 2-pounder and like an 8 came up and tried to eat it right by the boat. Had the whole fish in his mouth, one of the biggest bass I've ever seen in my life. Tried to eat one of the bass that I was catching. If you haven't seen that footage, go check it out. It was crazy. It was in the last video. Back out here over at that same spot today. See if we can find a fatty. See if we can find that same fatty maybe. But I know they were eating over here yesterday evening, so I'm back over here this morning. See if we can find them. Let's go.
Hi.
Hey.
Not a big deal. Bring them down to you.
All right.
Okay?
I'll meet you at the dock. Thank you so much. That'll keep me from having to end my day. I appreciate it so much.
No, it's okay. Do you want me to bring Cooper?
Yeah, please bring Cooper on his leash.
Okay.
Yeah, and
All right.
he can come out with me for a little while.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, babe.
Bye. All right. Wifey's gonna save the day and bring the sunglasses down to the dock for me so I don't have to call it quits. And it's all good because the fish ain't biting. We'll pick this back up when we get our glasses. All right. Wifey hooked it up with the shades. And I got my co-captain on board with me now. Cooper, hey, get back, watch out. We got Cooper out here on the boat. Hey, you be careful, you'll fall in. All right, man, back in action. We got our sunglasses, we're good to go. We'll see if we can get on them, man, let's get it. All right, back out here with my co-captain and my sunglasses. I'm gonna go see if we can get some topwater action over here now that the sun's peeking out over this, over the ledge here. Been out here for a while fishing with the jig and the fluke. No action, 0 bites today so far. A lot of blow-ups up near the surface, but I think a lot of them have been carp. Seen a little bit of bass action here and there, but that's not gonna stop me and Cooper from trying to get after him today. Ain't that right, buddy? Let's head over here, see if we can get a skadoosh on the plopper. Start the day off with a fish, maybe? I don't know, man. You watch out, you'll fall in. It's slippery. Cooper, you'll fall in. Knucklehead. It's gonna be cold if you fall in, bro. There's one. Second cast with the plopper. This little dude came up and smacked it. Look at that, Cooper, we got a fish. Hey, be careful, man. Be careful. Look at that. Look at that, Cooper. It's a little dude. Cooper's fish. Woo. What are you doing, little buddy? You should not have been trying to eat this thing. There we go. Now I got you. All right, first one on the day of the plopper. Just a little dude. Later, dude. Skadoosh. We need a bigger one than that, Cooper. That fish was too small, man. That fish was way... Hey, be careful, Cooper. You done got hooked in your ear, man. What are you doing? That was close. That hook was caught on his ear, barely, and he was... No! Hey, you stay in the boat. He's so interested about everything that's in the water. I don't want him to jump in. He will. That fool loves to swim. Yeah, this is one thing about bringing Kush out on the boat. It's like super distracting. Try to bring the dog out on the boat more. Get you guys some, you know, pet content out here on the bass boat. But man, it's like I constantly have to keep this fool in check because he's so excited and wants to go in the water and wants to get the fish. And yeah, Cooper, let's get us another one. Got the skunk out of the boat with that little dude. This is not Kush's first time on a boat. For you guys that have, hey, watch out. I have brought him out here before. He's been out here before on the boat with us. Cooper, stop it. He thinks I'm trying to give him the swapper plopper. Oh man, there was one just hammered on it over there in that corner. He missed it. I swung on him and he wasn't there. That's 2 blow ups on the plopper fairly quickly right here in this spot. It's like we're surprising them though. They're not coming back and hitting it twice. See that dude, he didn't want it again. He just swiped at it. It was a skadoosh though, certified. Dang, nothing but Peter Dinklage out here today, man. Come on, one dink sauce in the boat. Like a whale, just wharfed at it. Straight wonder wharf. There we go. First cast with the swim jig, and she came back and grabbed it. Nice fish. Nice fish. Boom. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it, huh, Cooper? That's more like it. How about that one? This fish came up and swiped at the plopper, didn't eat it, put the plopper down, picked up that swim jig, first cast. Boom, there's a nice one. We gotta let him go, Cooper. You ready? Hey, quit biting him. You ready? There he goes. Was that cool? Was that cool? He's gone. He's gone, dude. All right. That is what I'm talking about. First cast action over here. See if we can do it again. They were hammering this swim jig yesterday. I knew they'd be eating it today too. Just been kind of making little adjustments, trying to get a bite so we could get this video started. Caught that first little dink over there on the plopper, then had one whoosh at it over there by the dock. And then I saw that nicer fish right here come up and kind of just, bloop. She just porpoised at the plopper, really. Decided to grab that swim jig and throw it back down there. Sure enough, she ate that thing as soon as it hit the water. I felt her. Good stuff, Cooper. We found one eating. That's 2. 2 officially. My beautiful pit bull down there, man. He's 10 years old almost. He's about to be 10. Out there looking like he's 2. Hey, see, it's slippery, man. Don't fall in the water. Might be what we have to do, man. Might have to draw him out with the plopper and then follow up. I've talked about this before, guys, on my channel. I believe I have. The importance of having a follow-up bait, you know. You see, if I hadn't had this swim jig ready to go, probably would not have caught that fish. So if you're fortunate enough to be able to have multiple setups, not all people can pull it off, man. You know, I remember for a long time all I had was one nice setup. So I understand if you know, it's not in the cards to have multiple rods on deck, but if you're able to, it definitely can help you out to have something, at least a second, just at least a backup, one backup on hand there with something else tied on so you can throw in behind and try to get that bite, man. Something else I was talking about in my last video that I'm going to talk about a little bit more is, at least on my body of water, dude, I gotta stress the importance of dragging a swim jig. Yes, it's a swimming jig, and it's made to be just kind of chunk and wind like a spinnerbait, you know, which is how I fish it a lot of the time. But when the fish get like they're eating right now, and they slow down a little bit, you get kind of finicky, cannot stress the importance of dragging a swim jig across the bottom, especially on this lake. Lake Travis is a rocky lake. I get jigs hung up and lost out here a lot. And the way the swim jigs, especially the 6th Sense Divine swim jigs, are shaped, the bottom of it's like a swim jig head, and the bottom of it is kind of smooth, and it slides over cover in this lake just a little bit different than like a football style jig or something like that. So I take this right here, regular swimming style jig, and I throw it and let it sink to the bottom and slow play it like a traditional jig. Just wanted to throw that little tip out there, man. If you got a swim jig, if they're not eating the creature baits and they're not eating the moving baits, it might be worth it to try dragging a swim jig around. Even though this thing's meant to be paddling, meant to be swimming, dude, I'll drag it. I'll hop it, drag it, and they eat it. They eat it like crazy when I'm fishing it like this. All right, I'm gonna go back to throwing the plopper, see if I can draw out a topwater bite. And then if I miss another one on the plopper, I'll pick that swim jig back up and follow up with it. Ain't that right, Cooper? It's my pit bull Kush, man. For you guys that never met Kush, here's Kush, man. He's the homie. It's my best friend, dude. Besides my wife, of course. My best friend in the whole world right here, man. Cooper likes to fish. Cooper likes to be on the boats, man. I'll throw a link down below in the description to the previous video that me and Kuda did out here on the bass boat together. Kuda's got a bunch of nicknames, man. You got Kuda. Started calling him Cooper. Somebody on the channel here actually named him Cooper. Accidentally, I was calling him Kuda, and they thought I was saying Cooper, and they went in the comments one time and they called him Cooper, and ever since then it just stuck. So yeah, we call him Kuda, Cooper, Kuda Bug, Kuda Man, Cupertino. But that's Kush the pit bull right there, man. He's the man. He loves the fish. Let's go, Kuda. Let's find us another one, man. Let's find us another eater. You ready? Hey, watch out, Cooper. You be careful. This fool's always stepping on the trolling motor. And when I saw that bird flying around, I thought he might go for the plopper. I didn't want him to fly into my braid. Speaking of birds flying into your braid, dude, I was fishing a couple weeks ago and I had a flock of birds fly through while I had the plopper. You know what? I'm just gonna roll the clip. I had a bird fly into my braid and it almost made the bird crash. And while that was happening, I caught a fish. Check it out. It was crazy. So yeah, that was nuts. You saw that bird fly into the braid there, almost crashed, and then he was like, corrected himself and kept flying. And I like got distracted by all that going on. And while I was like keeping my eye on the bird, making sure that he was gonna be okay and not crash because he hit my braid, a fish came up and ate the plopper. So like, got done looking at the bird, turned around, looked back, there was a fish on. It was crazy, dude. Crazy. One of the craziest catches I've ever had in my life. Did you see that right there by that tree? That was gnarly. I missed him though. Right there in that tree, right in front of us, he came up and smashed on it. You ready to go, Cooper? You time to go? Huh? Coop? You done with it? You had enough of it? Ready to go hit a different spot or what? Let's make a run. What do you say? That's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Look at that one, Cooper. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Watch out. No, watch out. You're gonna get hooked, man. Look at that one. That's a pig right there, man. One little bait adjustment there. Next cast, boom. Smashed him on a swim jig. That's a chunky one right there. How about that, Cooper? We found a nice one. Yeah. That's a chunk right there, boys. 6 cents Devon swim jig. All right. One last look at that piggy. Let's let him go. Later. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Right here off of this wall on the swim jig. 6 cents Devon. He just tapped it, but I felt him. That's all it took. See, I'm pretty much just tossing that swim jig out there, letting it sink to the bottom, and then I'm just hopping it back, giving it little bounces and jolts up off the bottom, letting it sink. Sometimes I'm just straight dragging it through the cover, and that's how they've been eating it. That's how they were eating it yesterday, how they're eating it today. 3-piece and a biscuit out here with Cooper today. It's a little slow, but we got all day. I think there's a tournament going on. I see a lot of other bath boats. Ooh. Just heard somebody blow up over there behind us. Yeah, there's a lot of bass boats out here on the lake today. I think there's a tournament going on. I don't ever let that stop me. If you feel me. Feel me, dog? Bunch of fish right here in the water. Bluegill and largemouth all swimming together. Just chilling right here on this flat. Up on top of this ledge. Oh, I just had a bite. Just had one of them bump it. Turtle. Yeet. See that turtle, Koopa? You ready? You ready, man? It's time to go. Come on. Let's see if we can go in here. Huh? There's a boat on every damn spot I pull up to today. There we go. Come out of there. I felt him hit it on the drop. Another nice one. There's another nice one for us, Cooper. What about that? It's another nice one. Boom. There we go. Another one on the day. Is that 4's more right there, man? Number 4? Another chunky eater. Kuda loves the taste of the fish. Right over there in the trees. Hit it on the drop. All right, man. One last look at that chunky fish. See if we can get us another one. Nice. There we go, Kuda. You ready? Let's let him go. He's gone. Good job, Cooper. Good job. You caught a fish. Yep, I'm super slow playing the swim jig, and it is working, guys. Don't sleep. Fishing the bait's wrong. Might title this video, Fishing the Swim Jig the Wrong Way. I just felt them tick it. Felt a little pressure. After the tick, swung away. There he was. He was down there in those trees with the Fury. You guys have heard me talk about it a couple times in the recent videos here lately, but yeah, this screw lock system on this 6 cents Devon swim jig is the shit. Because let me tell you why. Kitech's my preferred paddle tail trailer. Also one of the more pricey paddle tail trailers on the market. You know, it's like $6 or $7 a pack for 6 of them. The reason they have such good action is because of the plastic that they use. It's a little softer, so it gets beat up a little quicker. My point in telling you all this is I go through a lot of Kitechs. Ever since I started using this 6 cents Devon swim jig, dude, I swear I think this is maybe the second one that I put on here. First or second Kitech right here. Dude, they last forever. If you want to save some dollars, check out these 6 cents Devon swim jigs with the screw lock on there, because man, I have been just saving Kitechs like crazy by using this swim jig. The Strike King system destroys your trailer. This right here, man, the screw lock, it's the jam. Don't sleep on a screw lock. And don't sleep on slow playing a swim jig. Just because it's made to swim doesn't mean you can't drag it. And these fish are enjoying it today on the bottom. Johnny 5 is alive out here today on the swim jig. Shout outs to Rob Arnold. Another one. Another little chunky fall boy on the swim jig. Right over there in the corner on the swim jig. Letting it drop, slow playing it. Kind of bouncing it off the bottom. He hammered it. He's dark, man. He was down there in the shade. You can see he's got the black spots there on his gill plates and on his lips. Kuda, you want to let the fish go? You ready? Here we go. Where'd he go, miss? Where'd he go? Where'd your fish go, huh, Coop? See if we can get another one, Koopa. Yeah, that last one was swimming towards us with it. Couldn't really feel him at first. I was like, man, that does not feel right. So I just decided to go ahead and give her a little yeet. Sure enough, he was there. Who is that, Koopa? Huh? Is that another boat? You see somebody over there? Huh? Who is that? Who is that, Koopa, huh? That's a rock. That did not move. A lot of bass boats out here ripping around. A lot of skeeters out here today. Seen some skeeters and some rangers and some nitros. Where's the phoenixes and the, who else? What else we got? Where's the bass cats and the phoenixes? I don't really know. All I know about is skeeter. Me and Cooper out here figuring them out today, man. Let's go. Get another one. Here we go. Dude, there was something else going on down there that felt way bigger. Something, or he was in something. He felt way bigger. 6 in the mix. There, buddy. I'm not after them quads today. I think this one's about had enough. You have served your country, good sir. Definitely got my money's worth out of this one. All right, got us a freshie on there. Screw locked into place. Hammered a few more at that last spot, man. It's a good day, 10:30. About to go hit a couple more spots before I call it quits, man. Hopefully get a few more in the boat. Still after it, let's get them. Over the dock cable with a fish. Look at him flopping over there. And I got fluorocarbon on. So this is dangerous. He's hooked pretty good. See if I can get him in the boat. Interesting. There we go. All right. Now we got that situation under control. Let's land the fish. What do you say, Koopa? What about that? We got one. That'll wake you up, huh? Lucky number 7? What do you say? All right, that was interesting. Pulled one out of there, man. Lucky number 7 on the day on the Swimjig over there in the corner. Got him hung up on the fluoro on the dock over there for a second in the corner. Had to take the boat over there and get him undone, but there we go, man. Kuba likes it. All right, man. There's one more look at number 7 on the day. Let's get him back in the water. Later, dude. Awesome. We caught a fish, Coop. Good job. Oh, man. Cuda, we had one eating it down there, buddy. He got our tail. He got our tail. We missed him. Yeah, we just had a hard hit down there. He ate the tail off the Kitech. Careful, Koopa. Don't you fall off the boat now. He almost fell in. Careful. That'll get you. That'll hurt you. All right, guys. So, gonna talk for just a second. Hopefully there isn't too much wind noise. I'm gonna talk just a second about accuracy of casting, because I made 2 casts pretty much at this exact same spot, but one was just a little bit more accurate than the other, and that is the cast that I got bit on. First cast, nothing. Made a little bit more accurate cast, a little bit closer to the actual spot that I was trying to hit, right up into that pocket under that dock, and I actually got a bite. So sometimes if you feel like there could be a fish sitting somewhere, it might be a good idea to go ahead and hit that spot twice, especially if you don't hit your target on the first cast, because man, that first cast might not get them to bite, but they might come out and eat on that second one. I definitely had one down there eating it a second ago. Pulled it up and the tail was gone. So I'm back down there trying to see if I can get them to come back for it. Take another bite here. Perfect. Not gonna spend too much time here. But I got him. It worked, man. It worked. Boom. It worked, guys. You saw it right there, man. Like I was saying, man, hit those spots, double back. If you feel like there's a fish there, don't give up, man. Stay accurate. Make that cast. Stay confident. Smash. We out here in the wind still catching them.